We are sure by now most of you students might have received a handful of admits and might have even decided on your universities. The key to a successful clearance of the visa interview is projecting strong confidence during the interview. You have selected your university wisely, you have done your research on the university you are going to, you have your academic scores in hand, you have your GRE/GMAT and TOEFL/IELTS scores in hand, and you know your future goals. Expressing these factors confidently during those couple of minutes of the visa interview will do wonders for you. Stay with us till the end, as this video will enlighten you on the US F1 visa process and Section 221G, the visa process for US. This particular section will make you acquainted with the entire US visa application process and the steps involved in the completion of USA student visa process from India. Visa form filling. Similar to the manner you worked on your university applications, you need to fill in the visa form known as the DS-160 to start your US visa application process. You can find the form on the US consular website and you can fill it in parts as the form can be saved after each step. There are multiple steps in this form and you need to sit with the I-20 of the university you are going to along with your passport while filling out this form. Book the visa appointment. The next step in the USA student visa process from India is booking the visa appointment. You can find this form on CGI Federal website. You need to create your new login ID here and fill in the form. Remember that you are applying for a non-immigrant visa and under that the visa category you are applying for is F1. This form can't be filled completely as you will come to a point in the form wherein they will ask you to pay the visa fees at either Citibank or Axis Bank. While doing so, you need to generate a receipt, print it, take it to the nearest Axis Bank or the designated Citibank of your city, and pay the amount at the teller counter. Once you pay these fees, in the next 4 hours your online account will be activated and you can go ahead and book the visa dates for your visa interview. You need to select 2 dates wherein one date is for your actual visa interview while the second is for the OFC appointment wherein you'll get your finger scanning done along with clicking your photo for the visa at the US Travel Doc office near the registered consulate. Pay the SEVIS fees. Next step in your USA student visa process is paying the SEVIS fee. You can pay the SEVIS fees at the official website of the Department of Homeland Security by using your credit card. You need to fill in your I-20 details in this form, which include your SEVIS number and the school telecode number. The payment to be done here through a credit card. Kindly remember that the website provides you with an option to select the time for your interview and the OFC appointment. Hence, be careful while selecting the same. For your OFC appointment, you need to carry along with you the DS-160 confirmation, I-20, passport, SEVIS fee receipt, visa appointment letter, and the Axis/Citibank receipt. The U.S. visa interview process. The last step in your USA student visa process is the visa interview. During your visa interview, you need to carry the above-mentioned documents along with your academic documents, financial documents, from the sponsors, standardized test scorecards, decision letters from other universities, resume, and SOP. The visa interview might not last more than 2 minutes, but yes, all the efforts put in the last 1 year boils down to these 2 minutes. Pressure and stress are justified, but careful research and going in strong with your goals will help you calm your nerves up to a very large extent, and it will surely get you a successful result at the interview. The result can either be accepted/approved. The visa officer will keep your passport with him/her, and you can collect the stamped passport next day from the OFC office, or they can give you a visa rejection by issuing the Form 214B, which is a general letter describing that you are a potential immigrant. In such an unfortunate event, don't lose hope and don't argue with the office. Accept the decision gracefully and move out of the consulate. Your actions post this might influence their decision during the next attempt of the interview. There can be a third result too, wherein they can give you the Form 221G. Don't be scared by this is not a rejection. Keep reading to know more about Section 221G. All about 221G. This section will make you aware about the 221G visa result, along with other details like 221G administrative processing, 221G processing time, 221G refusal, etc. What is 221G? Starting with what exactly is a 221G F1 visa? 221G is issued by the consulate in case any doubts regarding your background or future goals or documents persist among the visa officials. 221G can be issued for minutest reasons like slightly tapered or torn mark sheets or passports. You need to be careful with regards to these factors while going for the U.S. visa application process and interview. With the issuance of 221G, the visa officer needs you to submit some extra documents within a span of 15 days, generally, at the consulate. They can ask you to submit your SOP, employment records, or academic records. Statistically, PhD candidates are more prone to the 221G as the visa officer needs to understand the projects that you wish to pursue and details about your research guide. What are the reasons for 221G? Below are the most common reasons for 221G visa rejection under the Section 221G Immigration and Nationality Act. You might get a 221G refusal when your application under the USA student visa process from India is incomplete. If your documents are incomplete, all visa pages in your passport are filled. If you are working in a technology alert list, TAL, industry like biotechnology, engineering, pharmaceutical, etc. Your PIMS or Petition Information Management Service is incomplete. What next after 221G in visa process? The U.S. consulate officers will offer you a 221G slip under Section 221G, which explains the process for the next course of action. You would also be required to fill up a form on their website and submit the same along with the required documents within the stipulated time. The consulate will take some time to review these documents. They will send you the result through email. Once your 221G visa approved through this process, all you need to do is go to the OFC center with your passport, submit it there, and they'll stamp your passport and hand it over to you in a couple of days' time. As an international student, the timeline for the 221G visa approved is undefined and it can take up to a month for the U.S. consulate to give their decision. Patience is the key here. Also, we suggest that there is no need to panic with the 221G visa, as for most applicants, after successfully completing the desired tasks, the 221G visa gets approved. Frequently asked questions about visa process for U.S. and 221G. Ks. How long does it take to clear the 221G? ANS. As an international student, the timeline for the 221G visa approved is undefined and it can take up to a month for them to give their decision. Ks. Why did I get a 221G? ANS. You might get 221G refusal when your application under USA student visa process from India is incomplete. If your documents are incomplete, all visa pages in your passport are filled. If you are working in a technology alert list, TAL, industry like biotechnology, engineering, pharmaceutical, etc. Your PIMS or Petition Information Management Service is incomplete. Ks. What is 221G? ANS. 221G is issued by the consulate in case any doubts regarding your background or future goals or documents persist among the visa officials. Ks. How to check 221G status? ANS. You can check the status of your 221G visa on the VFS website. Ks. How long does 221G processing take? ANS. There is no definite time for the 221G visa process for U.S. It might even take a month.